Alright guys, we're playing a ZvZ versus Eggs here on...
Good luck, have fun.
Eternal Empire. I think this is my first time on this map. This is the Cloud Kingdom map. I'll never forget the 1GSL finals I got to watch live in person was Life beating MVP. Late 2012 when Life Royal roaded it, and he was surrounding Blue Flame Hellions constantly with Zerglings. He surrounded like 2 or 3 waves of Blue Flame YOLO that MVP sent in with like Zerglings, and everyone was like, what the fuck, you can beat Blue Flame Hellions with Zerglings? Life was such a god. And then he started fungling them and surrounding them even easier. He got out like a pack of Infestors, and he got up to like... I don't remember what else he went. What did you play against Mech in late Wings of Liberty? I mean, if you were him, you were winning before Broodlord Infestor. Pretty much always, I think. Probably just started running masses of roaches in and like neuraling units and shit. Throwing infested Terrans on everything. What's up, Fussed Up? How was the jet lag? I slept 14 hours yesterday. I didn't actually stay long enough to get fully acclimatized and adapted to the jet lag. So it's actually, you know, it's been okay. Last night I definitely woke up a whole bunch of times. My upstairs neighbors were playing Construct Lego at 3 AM and then keep dropping the Lego pieces on the ground. Which was, you know, kind of fun when you're already... Your body's like, you should be awake right now. But I still got a good amount of sleep. Feeling pretty decent, to be honest. It's a big map, man. Where do we put our 4th? Down there? Probably down here. Maybe here.
A new queen has emerged.
Oh, he done.
A new queen has emerged. Your forces are under attack. Evolution complete.
Oh, such an easy wall-off, wow.
Your base is under attack again. Your forces are taking damage.
I thought I had enough for a Spire, and then I make an Overseer, and I definitely don't now. Shit.
Our forces are under attack. You're under attack. Siege up.
Oh, the spire didn't start. Oh no. Well, that's pretty terrible, guys.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Mutation.
Your forces are under attack!
You're under attack.
How does he know those are there? So weird.
You're engaging the opponent.
A new queen has emerged.
Unacceptable command.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Evolution complete.
Oh, it's only a single gas? What the hell?
Your forces are taking damage.
Oh, he does have banelings now, okay. Okay, so that's a... Okay, this is a double gas. Alright. Just gotta be patient. You're playing these new maps, you're like, oh, I thought it was like this.
A new queen has emerged. They're attacking your base, you know. Mineral field depleted.
Oh my god, I never put that back. Oof, we're in some trouble, guys.
That mineral field's gone.
We must place that on creep. Hey, your base is under attack.
It's a trap! Mutation complete. So creative.
Oh, we didn't cancel them, nice.
Mutation.
Mineral field depleted. Hey, your base is under attack, man.
Our forces are under attack. Your drones are under attack.
My baby! Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Hey, your base is under attack, man. A new queen has emerged.
My man!
Your forces are under attack!
They're attacking your base, you know. A new queen has emerged. Mutation complete. So creative.
You're under attack. Siege up. You're engaging the opponent. Our forces are under attack. Evolution? That field's been mined out. Hope you have an expansion.
Mineral field depleted. Your forces are taking damage.
We're running out of minerals back home.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Mutation complete. So creative.
Your forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Mutation complete.
We're trying to go into Hydras now and Lurkers, but
Mineral field
I'm kind of worried
depleted.
about him just... Oh, he's got a Hydra Den. Maybe he's doing the same thing. Why not? Why didn't I just go
That
Ultras? I
mineral
feel like
field's
Ultras
gone.
would have been a
Don't spend
free
it all
win
in one
for me, man.
place.
I think I need minerals more than anything, so that base should be fine.
You're under attack. Siege up. Hey, your backfield's been mined out.
It's a trap!
Evolution complete.
Mineral field depleted. Mutation complete. So creative.
We're running out of minerals back home.
Evolution complete.
Evolution complete.
Mutation complete.
Your forces are taking damage. Mutation complete. So creative.
My man.
Geyser's empty. You're engaging the opponent. Our forces are under attack.
Mineral field depleted. Your forces are taking damage.
Unfortunately, the
Your forces are under attack.
yeah. Yeah, I should have just still
You're
been
engaging the
going
opponent.
for my units that I know how to use. One of the big problems here is you really need your control groups to be well organized, and mine are falling apart because of the sticky keys. So we're in such a good position there, but I was like, I'm sure I morphed overseers and brought them here. And I looked around and was like, nope.
That mineral field's gone. Don't. Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
We're running out of minerals back home.
Vespian Geyser exhausted. That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
You're under attack. Siege up. Geyser's empty.
Evolution complete.
Evolution. You're engaging the opponent.
Oh, Infested Terran isn't a spell anymore. Fuck, I keep forgetting that.
Geyser's empty. You're under attack. Siege up. We're running out of minerals back home.
Our drones are under attack. Your forces are under attack.
Mutation complete.
Vespian Geyser exhausted. Mineral field depleted.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Your forces are taking damage.
Our base is under attack again. We're running out of minerals back home. Our
Hey,
forces
your
are
base is under
attack.
attack, man. That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
That field's been mined out. Hope you have an expansion. You're engaging the opponent.
They're attacking your base, you know. Our drones are under attack. Your forces are taking damage.
Your base is under attack again.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Man, normally I can go use these as like an awesome harassment unit, but I really just can't. And I really hate playing this stage of the game where the work isn't so good.
Our drones are under attack.
You're under attack. Siege up. Hey, your base is under attack.
It's a trap! Your forces are under attack! They're attacking your base under attack.
Our forces are under
Our
attack.
drones are under attack.
Hey, your base is under attack.
It's a trap!
Thank God. I'm trying to lose those for a while now.
You're under attack. Siege up. running out of minerals back home. You're
Mineral
engaging the
field
opponent.
depleted.
We're running out of minerals back home. Your forces are under attack.
Vespian guys. Our drones are under attack. Your forces are taking damage.
We're running out of minerals back home.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Mineral field depleted.
Yeah, these fights are crazy. Should have backed out of that one for sure.
You're engaging the opponent. Your forces are under attack.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Our drones are under attack.
Our forces are under attack. Geysers, your base is under attack again. You're under attack. Siege up.
Your forces are taking damage.
We're running out of minerals back home.
Mineral field depleted.
Your forces are under attack.
Vespian geyser exhausted.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
You're engaging the opponent. We're running out of minerals back home.
Hey, your base is under attack, man.
Your drones are under attack.
My babies.
You're under attack. Siege up.
Apparently he's just as confused as I am. I like cannot control this army at all. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just like, I guess we're just doing stuff. And he's like, well, I'll use Nidus as well. I'm like, I don't even know what we're doing, man. Do you? And he's like, I do not know what we're doing. And I'm like, okay. So you don't know what we're doing? I have no idea what we're doing. He's like, all right. So we like take turns just running into a fight, getting our whole army blinding cloud, and then going, okay, so a few things we've learned this game. Let's go back. This is the new ZvZ. At high level, it's hard to finish people before this, and I got to go much more all in. First things first, let's remember to go faster +1 melee. Let's remember this is a big map where it's very hard to break a gasless player. So I should have just been scouting a little bit more aggressively with my early Zerglings. Right from the very beginning. I knew it was pool first. I was worried it was a gas pool. So I went a very quick Baneling nest and was building a whole bunch of Lings and saying, I'll do a Ling Bane pressure. It'll block anything coming my way, which will keep me safe, and I can also try and break through. But look at how tight this choke is. Super easy, solid choke. Sees the Lings coming a mile away despite losing one of his first overlords. Just puts down another Evo. Easiest hold of his life. So let's go back there and say, okay, how could we have scouted that? Well, told it to go to 2 minutes. It went to 0 seconds. Give us a sec. Whoa!
My man!
Where can I find the Sewer Mermaid vs. Alpha Star game? Nobody recorded it, Red Baron. Nobody recorded it. Unless they gave the replays to Artosis. But I'm pretty sure they only gave the Serral vs. Alpha Star replays to him. First things first, you've seen a creep tumor. That is a big tell that it is indeed a gasless opening. Why? Because he's skipping an inject on his natural. If he's both putting down a creep tumor and flooding Zerglings, that's pretty stupid. So, intelligent decision from him to do this, saying, I gotta get the creep over here so I can wall off, because the creep from the hatchery doesn't reach far enough. You'd have a really awkward wall. So, if that wasn't there, though, we should have dived in with the Zerglings. And then at this point, we know what's going on, because we're not actually at the point where we're holding down that Zergling key. So if I get in here and I see a fast lair, etc., I can cancel the Baneling nest if I want. I can immediately just hold down the drone key and say, look, you don't have Ling speed. You can't be aggressive to me until I potentially Nidus Worm. This will work out. Now, that being said, I wasn't completely dead or anything after my Ling pressure, but it's just that my upgrade and then my Mutatech were both so low. Because my standard ZvZ right now is upgraded Zergling, Mutiling, Bane. I do end up killing the Rotoran, which is kind of nice. And he's actually going one of these weird 2-base Muta builds. Massive gamble, really silly build in my opinion, to do as a standard opening. But if you mix this in once in a best of 5, big brain build. So I'm doing Roaches, but then you're not actually. So I definitely thought that was an option, but I kind of forgot about it. I was like, no, he's probably just droning up. And because I didn't have any scouts on the third to verify that, I didn't actually know. So I was just kind of droning up my own spy. I was like, oh shit, I thought that was down a minute ago. And I was like, oh, you're kidding me. So I was kind of forced to drone quite hard here. I ended up going up to like 60 workers off just a handful of Zerglings. And 56, more Zerglings. Then I see the mutas and I have to start massing spores. And of course that forces me back into droning as well. Now, he defends the Ling run bys really well. We pick off a few gas workers on each base, but not all that many. Queens are on hold position in the choke. We do get some Lings out. We end up getting only about 4, maybe 5 workers here, though. Yeah, I think 5 workers. Behind that, we're on 59 workers. Now, we're going Mutatech. I feel like at this point, I probably should have just ditched the Mutatech, since I know I've got upgraded Zerglings. why not just go up to Hydra-Lurker from here, or to just mass upgraded Zerglings into Banelings and stuff. Either way, if you go Hive, you get Vipers to deal with Mass Muta, which are obviously also great for blighting, clouding Lurkers, even Roaches and Hydras potentially.
My man!
I took a long time to put back on this gas as well. So this is kind of the early stuff that went wrong for me, which is why he had a rather nice position. I kept, of course, trying to do Ling run buys, using my better upgraded Zerglings to do what they can. Looked like I was about to get out of control and kill a lot of stuff until his Banelings waddled in. And then it takes me forever to establish a fourth. So here's something that's important. That is actually a rich Vespene, guys. I couldn't tell at first. I was just fucking trying to get a fourth down. That is actually a rich one down here, and he goes for his fourth. What's easier to defend, here or here? Because these are the two normie expands. Either way, you've got it, like, that's kind of around a big bend. Down here is just a big wide open area. I think either one's fine. I probably would go for this base normally, just because it's in a straight line. I don't have to go out this ramp to get to it. So I think I'd continue going for that. But in hindsight, the moment you see the mutas, you start spreading creep in this direction, knowing you've got to get your creep over there a lot earlier. All right, so we'll fast forward through to the later stage a bit. We're going to just mute the audio so it doesn't go too crazy. If you go 1 melee and want a Hydra-Lurker final comp, when do you start switching to ranged upgrades? After +2 melee. Same way Dark did it at BlizzCon. Personally, I actually think Ultras are an amazing unit. I want to try the into Lurker transitions because they're fun, but it's one of those things where I'm like, it's not really that necessary. My worker count was pretty low, but I kept killing so many of his workers with like all my little Ling run buys, and then these Banelings started getting in. This was actually huge. I got the Banelings in there. These Banelings, another one rolls in there, gets another 3 workers, and we just kept doing this. I kept building Zerglings, and what I would do is I build a pair of Lings, rally point here, build a pair of, reselect the hatcheries, build a pair of Lings, right click here. So I kept doing that on my minimap repeatedly, which was a great way of setting up. There'd just be 2 Lings, I'd morph Banelings, and I'd click them in a mineral line. It's this very low cost way of just making problems for my opponent and potentially getting huge damage. And you can see his economy actually got really smashed down low here. Now at this point, what was he going for? He went into Hydras quite a bit quicker than me, right? It definitely looks like it. So these Lings come in, and even just a couple of Zerglings with +2. Look at how fast they kill stuff, man. 3 drones just like that. These 3 Zerglings come in, they get bam, bam, 2 more drones. You know, we're up to 55 workers killed. But yeah, I mean, he's got mutas, he's got some Hydras, he's trying to get some Hydra upgrades out, right? But I could have Ultras by now, man. I could just be darting in with tons of Zerglings and Banelings as well and just hitting these mineral lines a bit more heavily. And then just say, you know, I'd still go 5 Vipers, but they'd just be for anti-muta and then for Blinding Clouds a bit later as well. And I don't think he'd ever get out from under the thumb of my economy. I'd just be like punching his economy in the face all game long. And obviously you don't engage into Lurkers with Zerglings and Banelings ever. Like you literally, if they have 2 or 3 Lurkers and you come in with a surround, it's okay. They have 6 or more Lurkers, you never engage that with Lingbane. You can engage it with Blinding Cloud, with Lurkers. If they have a gigantic ball of Hydras, there's an argument for using those units. But yeah, it's kind of individual situations that call for it, and those are definitely the exception to the rule. The general rule is do not fight with Lingbane. One of the big mistakes Serral made against Raynor at BlizzCon. Kept engaging with Lingbane into Lurker. You can still make Lingbane, but it's to drop in the back of their base, to Nidus in the back of their base, to run past in and snipe their tech, which you saw me doing later in this game, all that sort of stuff. Now, I'm going to go find one of these engagements that I've fucked up real bad. You thought I was dead after the Nidus took out the main? I actually accidentally had a layer here from a misclick, which was really convenient because I could just rebuild that straight away. Otherwise, it would have taken me so long to get. So this was cool. This is the first point where I should have won the game, I think, and then I lost it. So if we look at the unit count, he has 33 mutas. I got 5 Vipers and a pack of Hydras. These Hydras have 2-3 upgrades. So his mutas with +1 do almost no damage to these Hydras. Now you might be like, oh, 10 minus 3.
My man!
It's not that bad. It's the bounce damage that does almost nothing. So you've got a muta, does 50% on the first bounce, 25% on the next bounce, right? So it keeps halving. So you've got 10 damage on the first hit. That's only doing 7 damage. What's 5 minus 3? He's doing 2 damage on the second bounce. and literally half a damage on the third bounce. So the Muta bounces are worth almost nothing. The main attack also does very little. These Hydras will fucking ruin Mutas. You add Parasitic Bomb, obviously that's going to ruin them as well. Now this was a cool point. I said Lings go in the main, Mutas A move on the left, and I'll focus all my micro on my frontal army. Now apparently I had one Overseer. I could have sworn I'd made like 3 and clicked them on a Lurker. Apparently not, because check it out. That's the only Overseer I own. So that was pretty frustrating, right? I was like, oh, you're kidding me, man. Because we get forward, and we should have been able to fuck this shit up, man. I land some nice fungals. Now, I was a little slow on Blinding Clouds, but the big problem here is I just didn't have any detection. That Overseer is way behind the fight. He Blinding Clouds me. I do throw down 2 Parasitic Bombs and a Fungal, so those Vipers actually get ravaged. Do they all die? Oh, they're so close. They don't actually die, though, do they? Oh, the Mutas get on him. Good job, Mutas. My A-moved Mutas actually cleaned up every Viper. How often does that happen? Unfortunately, my main army got fucking ravaged because I didn't have anything here. So you got to remember, I like to have Overseers on my control group, but I also like to have uncontrolled group ones just following random Lurkers, maybe one following the Vipers. Should have thrown down a Blinding Cloud here a lot quicker and immediately put that Overseer into pervert mode there. So, yeah. I actually... Wait, did he not get any Lurkers, bro? Could I have just held my ground there? Maybe I could have stayed. Oh, man, maybe I probably could have stayed. If I kept like even 1 or 2 Lurkers alive, that could have been deadly. But then I'm basically freaking out because I'm like, where the fuck are my Overseers, man? So I'm like trying to rebuild Overseers back at home and bring those down. My Mutas are derping about. Now, luckily his work account's down to 35 after that. He's pretty boned economically for a long time. And it's going to take me repeatedly throwing these battles away to kind of lose this game, right? He jumps on my Vipers here, which is a real cute, nice move. Tries to engage my Queens. And I was like, oh, you piece of shit. And I can't actually get my Infestors down to properly pursue him, which is kind of a shame. So as good as some of those Fungals are, we don't actually kill many of the Mutas. And I'm like, these are kind of annoying now. These Mutas are a bit of a pain in the ass. The Mutas do go into the main, though. I finish off his Infestation Pit, kill even more drones, and of course, do end up going down at the end of it. But hey, we've been doing damage. So I then try to remake my Lurker Hydra Viper. All my Vipers are dead. So I'm like, fuck, I need gas. I need that gas mining. And I need to just keep taking bases and trying to get them up. And I need Lurkers very hard. Now, what we see from him is he's a bit slow to restart his Vipers as well. He's just restarted them now. Oh no, that's my Vipers. He hasn't restarted his Vipers yet. It's the most important part of this army is the Vipers. But he's got a big Hydra army, which can definitely focus down my units. Gets in position of a hatch, says, come and fight me. And these Mutas do engage. Now, luckily, because they already kind of poked in there earlier, I've got like 6 Spore Crawlers, and he's like, okay, that's actually not a good way to trade Mutas. Let's fast forward to the next big... Let's find the next big battle where I screw it up. Big thank you, everybody, for the support, guys. We will turn the audio back on in a second. It's just when you 8 times speed, the way StarCraft audio works is like the sounds all stack on each other, and it gets louder and louder. Look at that. Even though there's a Lurker there, the Lings kill so many dudes. To 87 workers killed. And obviously he starts being annoying with Nidus Worms and stuff. But yeah, we're just still trying to basically do kind of like TVT. You just try to siege your Lurkers in front of their army. But one thing I did here is I kept them clumped up over and over again. You'll notice Serral and Raynor, when they're playing Lurker battles versus each other, guys, they're manually spreading them out so that they're not as easy a target for Blinding Cloud. That allows you to kind of hold a position. And this is exactly what I should be doing. Because I'm not a guy who's going to be winning the direct frontal engagements. I'm always playing with a bit of lag. You know, it can be quite nasty. So what I've got to focus on is siege up in an angle in range of a base and then send backstabs in. Dive in Lings here. Send 2 Lurkers in to burrow that base. Send 2 Lurkers down the right to burrow. Just keep burrowing harassment around and be more about setting up problems. Same as in TVT. You can't always break a tank position front on, right? But what you can do is you can actually go and set up a really nice problematic position where your opponent's like, fuck, I can't let this move in. All the APMs there on the front. You're not even looking at it. You're like, it's fine. I got some Hydras and some Lurkers spread out. Maybe he abducts a few of them. Not the end of the world, because I'm securing more bases and I'm hitting his economy in other places where he's not watching right now. Obviously, this was a great Lurker-nitis from him. I built a single Mutalist to deal with this, which was hilarious. Or was it two Mutalists? I was like, get him muted, and I do bring my own Hydra up, which very slowly clears all that up. And I kept giving up bases. Wherever he gets in position on a base, I kept giving it up and being like, no, okay, we'll just back off. He actually engaged into Lurkers a bit there. We lost quite a few. So notice how this game's so scrappy, but we've got such a powerful enemy. I just keep throwing hatches down. I'm just like, throw hatch down, throw hatch down, throw hatch down. And I do get to this point where I'm just queuing lurkers, and if I see there's a lurker there, I'll just queue a lurker to burrow there. We keep doing that sort of shit. Like here, I'm like, oh shit, we're in range. It's annoying, man. It's such a pain thing to deal with. Now, obviously, does he get rid of it? Yes, he does. But if you're mining thousands of resources a minute, you keep doing that, it's inevitable that they get pulled back over and over again, and eventually one lurker kills 20 drones. And eventually your army sieges up a base because he's too busy dealing with all these distractions, right? So yeah, I already got my hive back up there, rebuilding the spawning pool, lurker gets up there. We're doing abduct wars where you want to try and abduct their vipers. That's always my favorite thing, to get rid of their vipers. Abducting lurkers is also very powerful. They're both super expensive things. Let's see. Where the fuck are my lurkers? I think I left my lurkers burrowed back there. Yeah. They're like way behind. I'm like, god damn it, I have to give up the base again. The Muta here. And that lurker very slowly going to defend. We do land another fight. We did quite a lot of damage with those fungals. We don't really kill anything. But I was like, fuck yeah. I really wanted to burrow those, by the way. I actually upgraded burrows specifically so I could send my infestors around and start dropping infested Terrans on all the bases. And then I was like, oh shit, I can't do that. In hindsight, I guess I could just do the double fungal harassment, right? You have like 4 infestors up here, you bring them in, you just unburrow, fungal a mineral line twice, and all the workers die. Oh, very nice. You see these lurkers just being a pain. Just queued up. Just queued it to burrow. Queued this guy to go burrow. Yep, back there. Yes, and his lurker's gonna burrow on the front. We'll run right past. It's just being a dick. I'm like, you know what? I don't have liberators, but I can just queue lurkers up and pretend they're liberators. I can do low APM harassment that requires a high APM response, right? This one, he's like, okay, I moved my 2 units, and he looks away at this point, right? Usually they do. Okay, he kept watching. Well done. But look at that, you know, so much APM wasted. For him, I barely had to look at it. It's gonna be one of those fights which I really fuck up. Alright, so he blinding clouds. I abduct all of his vipers in, and I actually tried to hold position there because I wanted to shoot down those vipers. And then I pull back, and he comes a bit too far forward. And so that was a good fight. Maybe I missed the big headbutt fight. Oh, right. Yeah, I think it was before this. There was another fight. Let's see. Maybe it is here. Still 5 minutes to go. I think I still have time to take a terrible engagement in this game. Oh my god. Okay, so this is a hilarious fight. Yeah. This was the fight that I really wanted to look at. Look at that. How bad is that? Ugh. Okay, so let's watch this again, and let's actually look at the pieces. And you should be really aware of what pieces you actually have in that army, right? So I actually don't have that many Hydras here. I've got 14 Hydras with 3/3. And 7 lurkers. We've got 4 vipers, but they've only got a few abducts and blinding clouds between them. Not that much. So he's got a lurker there, starts doing damage. I'm like, let's siege up here, let's create a problem. Nice problem area. Okay. So he gets a beautiful blinding cloud. This is the first mistake. Why am I burrowing my lurkers in a clump, guys? I was talking about it before. They shouldn't be in a clump. They should be spread all around. You gotta pre-spread these units, or it's just a blinding cloud ruins your army. All my hydras and lurkers are under one blinding cloud. Don't get me wrong, I get a good counter blinding cloud. Bam, bam. These 2 lurkers are doing some awesome damage. But all those units there just getting fucking destroyed, man. Doing nothing. Slow to unburrow them. And he does lose a lot of units, but you know, that's just such a sloppy engagement there. So pre-spread lurkers, hold position hydras is really nice sometimes, and kind of move back, also focus fire on vipers. Abduct enemy vipers and lurkers as the priority. Remember that if you can abduct all their lurkers in a fight, all the ones that are in the front row and burrowed, that can actually just win you the fight. Because if they lose all their splash damage suddenly, you can just be like, oh, you're missing a piece to your army, right? So there's like certain pieces that can fall apart. Like if there's no hydras and they've only got lurkers, the vipers suddenly have free reign, right? They can just do whatever the fuck they want. There's zero threat. Lings for the win, man. Do these lings have adrenal? They do. So +3 adrenal Zerglin, say 850 hit points. What 850 hit points? Goodbye lurker den. Goodbye hydra den. I also siege up 3 lurkers, 2 hydras, 3 hydras and 3 lurkers over here. Coming into that base. Those lings get both of those structures and then burrow. He hasn't started rebuilding them yet. Comes forward, does do all of that. So it would have been really nice if we were actually hitting somewhere else at the same time, right? Brings all his hydras, vipers, lurkers up there. If we were running in at the same time and sieging another base, that'd be a potential game-winning move. Obviously, I was distracted by this 42 kill lurker down there. That apparently was fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger lurker. Jesus Christ. I'm at 99 workers killed. Do I get 100th in this game? I hope I get 100th workers killed. He's trying to fight with like almost pure Hydra here, which is always a bad situation. It's like, that's exactly what Sue does. You know, when he's like sick of the Lurker Viper battles, he's like, fuck it, let's just make 100 Hydras. And it never works unless your opponent shits the bed really hard. We lost a Viper there. And then I'm like, I really wanted to kill his Vipers. He does parasitic bombs, so he does actually get 1 Viper with that. I get 1 of his. I'm actually at 100 workers now, which is nice. Hydra's railing through his base. That's hilarious. I'm trying to be problematic up here, but I don't really have an angle that I'm hitting, so everything's kind of a bit weird and awkward and stuff. And I think he's just kind of like out of mining or something? I don't know. He's very low on gas, I guess, and I've just got more shit than him, so I guess that's why he's... And he keeps rebuilding Hydras, not Lurkers. Like, he's got 32 Hydras. He's got to stop making Hydras. Has he still not made the Lurker den? Wait. He still hasn't remade the Lurker den? Oh my god. So he actually left the game because I sniped his Lurker den. I think he probably didn't even realize because I kept attacking. And he was like, oh, make Lurkers, looks away, doesn't realize they're not actually morphing. Because Eggs is Colombian, so he plays with lag like me. I don't know if his lag would be as bad as mine. Who knows, might be worse. Depending on how good his ISP is. But yeah, it might be one of those things where he's used to just doing a thing and it taking half a second to actually happen, so he's not even watching that. Okay, he loses his Vipers, his base, his Hydra den. He's building 7 more Hydras with no Lurker den rebuilt. Oh, dude. Yeah, so obviously he's like, oh, I can't even build units right now. So even though he's got all this money in the bank, I've been taking the corner bases a bit better than him, and we do end up winning. But I think the big takeaways here are, okay, number 1, let's tighten up the opening. Let's remember to check. You see a creep tumor at the front, you know it is, of course, a gasless opening. Number 2, don't forget your Spire. It's pretty important tech. Number 3, let's spread out my Lurkers more often. In Lurker Viper battles, as long as I've always got enough Lurkers, even if they abduct a few here or there, doesn't matter. I'm going to try and play it very much like TVT, where I'm just sending Marines in the back door. In this case, sending Lurkers in, sending Ling Run-bys in. Of course, I should try to work in Nidus Worms like he did as well, but that's got to be something which I think you add into your normal movements around the map. You push one way, he comes to defend, you split units off and hit them around the flanks and dive behind his defenses. A lot of people are relying on a Spine, a Spork Roller, and a Lurker to defend a base. It's not enough. That doesn't defend a base. So, GG's. I'm going to have a lot of fun getting out of the Roach meta and just playing this upgraded Zergling Muta style. It's so much fun, man. I also don't mind going straight up to Ultras off this style. It's really good. It's really good, and it's very, very fun. GG's.